It helped me to take the initiative and problem solve.
I thought it was just like a small little organization, and it's so much bigger than I ever thought this would be.
So I expected to get some electrical training. I'm prepared to be an engineer.
A whole different perspective of what I want to do with my future.
This is what I want to do. This is so cool.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome back your master of ceremonies, Darren G.
Hey, how you guys doing? Did everybody get some sleep? You didn't get any sleep. You're not standing up. Woo! Look at these guys. These guys got sleep. I love it. Welcome to Auburn. Thank you for coming to the Pacific Northwest Auburn District Qualifier, where we have some teams that have put on some awesome shows to show us what it's really like with a robot when you build it in 6 weeks. It becomes a machine. It becomes something that can score. And another thing, it becomes something that we take for the rest of our lives for the knowledge we gain. Thank you guys. Teams, give yourself a hand for the work you've been doing. So as you think about what's going on from yesterday and today, yesterday we were trying to qualify. We're trying to get in there, trying to get our numbers up, trying to score over the truss. Now this is the next step. What happens this afternoon? The elimination tournament. So what we want to do is we want to get through the qualification rounds. We want to actually fly through the qualification rounds so we can get into that tournament where the excitement really happens, okay? So we can take the next step there. One thing I want to do, of all you students sitting right here right now, I want you to look around and I want you to see that who those people are next to you. Who's those people that cooked your dinner and brought you dinner at night during January and the February? Who's those people that told you that drill will not take off your hand? Who's those people that told you that, yeah, they call that a church key, but wait a minute, no, that's a hex key, okay? These are your mentors. These are your coaches. These are your parents. Let's give them a big hand. And I really want to thank those parents and coaches myself. I want to thank all the volunteers. Everybody wearing a white shirt around here is not paid. Sorry, you probably didn't know that, but they're not paid. So really thank each one. As you see a volunteer in these white shirts, please thank them. That would be really cool. All right. And there's somebody here in the house who is running this entire city right now. Yes, we have the mayor of Auburn. Let's bring to the field Miss Nancy Backus.
Woo! Good morning, Auburn Trojans. Sorry, I have to give a shout out because I graduated from Auburn High School. Not taking away anything from the other schools that are here, but I do have a place in my heart for the Auburn Trojans. This is so exciting. When I went to Auburn High School, there is absolutely no way that we would have had the gym filled with people that are excited about science, math, technology, and engineering. Absolutely no way. This place would have been filled with the kind of enthusiasm you have for a sporting event. We have come a long, long way. You are creating your own futures. You know what you want, you know how to get it, and you're showing that today, and you're showing that every day with the fact that you have a passion for those things. That is the coolest thing I can think of. Your enthusiasm is infectious. It is no longer an uncool thing to be involved in this type of an event. In fact, I can't think of a cooler thing to be doing today. We are so excited to have you here in Auburn. We're very, very proud of our city. We're very, very proud of our students. You are our future. Go out, show everybody today exactly what you're made of, and good luck. Woo!
Thank you, Mayor. That is so true, you guys. Let's do it. It's all about what? Setting the example. And all of you guys, it's through your high school can set that example. And with that, there's another person we really want to introduce today, is because this particular person has 3 teams represented here today in her school district. You got to wait for it, though. This person came into Highline School District about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, my bad, see? 4 years ago. She's made some, the Highline School District, 4 years ago, not 14.
Highline School District 3 years
We're
ago.
going to move it. I'm moving forward, guys. I'd like to introduce the superintendent of the Highline School District, Dr. Susan Enfield.
Hi, guys. So good morning, everybody. And actually, what we were trying to tell Darren is this is only my second year in Highline, but Highline has 4 teams here, not 3, so I want to shout that out. So I am so excited to be here with all of you today, and somewhere up in heaven, my grandfather is smiling that his granddaughter is wearing a skunk tail because he actually was an engineer. He worked for Lockheed and worked with the original Skunk Works people back in the day. So I hope that today I'm making him proud by sporting a skunk tail. I just want to welcome all of you here today, and just don't want to take a lot of time because you have exciting things to do. But I think one of the things that sometimes gets lost when we focus on the excitement of this competition is how much time and energy so many people put into supporting our students in this work. So I would like all of our students to join me in thanking their coaches, their teachers, their parents, their families, everyone who has helped you make it here today. And I join them in thanking all of you who support our students in doing this great work. You know, I know that this is a serious competition, but you guys make it look like fun. But I think a big takeaway from this is the fact that you as young people are taking risks, you're trying new things, you are getting fired up about learning, and that will serve you well in the future. And so I just want to say, keep whatever it is that lights your fire going, and use that to chart a path for yourself that keeps you inspired, that makes you proud, and allows you to contribute to your community here and elsewhere. Know how proud we are of you today. I wish all of you well. Obviously, I'm a little biased. I'm really rooting for aviation, tech, Highline, and Mount Rainier teams, so sorry about that. Sorry, Auburn and everybody else. I want everyone to do well, but as the Highline superintendent, I have to say that. But I can tell you that all of my colleagues, superintendents in this region, support this work, and I just wish you all great luck. Have a great day. Thanks, everybody.
All right. So cool. Thank you, Doctor. Now, there's another speaker that we really want to introduce. This particular person is just amazing and puts in billions of hours of volunteer. Everybody knows this person by face, but if you don't know him by name, let's introduce him. He's the founding chairman of the Washington First Robotics. Let's introduce Kevin Ross.
Thank you very much for that. So we gather a couple of times a year now. It used to be just once a year. When we started this, we'd have one event, and then we do it in Portland. And then we ended up with 2 events, and then we ended up with 3 events, and now we're doing 11 events this year. Is the district model working for you guys? Is it good? You want to do it again? So one of the reasons that so many of us put so much time and effort into this is that we have seen amazing outcomes from the students. You know, trying to figure out what you're going to do for the rest of your life, it's not an easy thing, and it's something that fills most people with a great deal of angst. You know, do I want to be an engineer? Do I want to be a marketing person? I'll be honest with you, when I graduated from high school, no clue. I thought I wanted to be a cabinet maker, right? So I was like the world's most mediocre high school student. I got A's and I got Mercy D's from. So I liked shop. I got A's. Everything else, not so much. You know, and so it took me a while to figure out what it is that I was passionate about. And this is not an easy thing. And I think that you guys have really given yourselves a leg up by trying stuff. You're on a team. You're working with a lot of people. You're trying stuff. You may not like some of it. And I'm 100% good with that. In fact, we know about 40% of you are going to go into science and engineering. And we know that 60% of you are not. And I'm completely good with that. As long as you've tried it and you've been a part of our community and you are learning how to work on a team and be gracious and professional, you will find what inspires you and gives you passion like I did. By the way, I changed my major in college 5 times. I started out with a theater major, and I ended up with a computer science degree. So, and I did that because I was willing on my own to try stuff. I started playing with personal computers when I was, I guess I was 18, 19, back when they really didn't exist yet. And so I went and I bought one of these things, and I taught myself how to program. And I used to sit there and type in 4-line basic programs because I didn't have a way of saving the programs. And then I got to cassette tapes and a bunch of other stuff. I didn't mean this, didn't want to do a walk down computer memory lane, but the key point of this is I was willing to try stuff as a young guy. My career has involved everything from hot tar roofing, and I worked on a fishing boat, and I installed hot tubs, and I built cabinets, and I was a carpenter, and I sucked at all of that stuff, and I didn't want to do any of it. But then all of the things that I found passionate as a hobby is what I ended up doing for a career. Okay, now I get to do this full-time, and I'm a full-time volunteer with FIRST, and so I'm following the things that I find passionate in life, and I have an extraordinarily happy life because I have an extraordinary family in you guys, and you really make me happy. So let's talk about our extraordinary family. It's grown. When we first started this whole thing in the state of Washington, there were a handful of us. Kickoff involved a classroom at International School in Bellevue. Somebody actually drove their pickup truck. It was Eric Stokely down to San Diego to get all the kits of parts. I think it was all 4 of them. 7 kits of parts. Now we have 5 kickoffs all spread across the state of Washington. And it's amazing, and this is almost entirely run by students and their mentors. And I think that the impact that the mentors have on the students is a really, really special relationship. It is one that is going to last for a lifetime, and we'd love to hear about that. One of the things that we have is the Woody Flowers Award. The Woody Flowers Award recognizes mentors that have been nominated by their students via an essay. These essays are judged nationally by all of the other Woody Flower Award winners, and this is really quite an honor. We'd now like to announce who the 3 mentors are who are eligible for the Woody Flowers Award that will be given away in Portland. But we would like to ask these 3 outstanding individuals to stand. If we can have the slide. We are looking for Jan Erie, Maria Janga, and John Medlong. Stand up. Where are you? From 948 is Maria. Jan Erie is from 3219. So in conjunction with the Woody Flowers Award, a couple of years ago, first realized, hey, we should turn it around on the students and let the mentors write essays about students. And that is where the Dean's List comes from. Dean's List nominees are students who are considered role model first students and ambassadors to our community, and are really the students who demonstrated leadership and enthusiasm and the ability to really promote the FIRST program. It is really an honor to be nominated for this. We have 6 nominees for the award today. 2 of them will be moving on later, but we'd like to acknowledge the 6. So we're going to ask you to stand up when your name comes up. Actually, it's a long list, so if the following 6 students would please stand, and we'd give you a big round of applause. There they are. Congratulations to all 6 of you. You are fine and outstanding role models for all of us to emulate. We have another, this one is a little bit off script, but it was a pretty cool thing happened yesterday. And the safety advisors would like to recognize one of our students as the star of the day, but it was a pretty cool story, so we thought you'd tell it to you. The safety team looks for an individual who exceeds expectations and does something truly special. While other teams were packing up and leaving, our star of the day was just getting started. This individual knew there was only one custodian working last night, and he started picking up the trash in the pits and in the men's restroom, which is disgusting. Some of you don't get to enjoy that. So when he got a broom and began sweeping up the commons, his quiet leadership led to others pitching in and helping out the custodians. So congratulations to Daniel Hoover from Team 3219. There's Daniel. He's our star of the day for Friday. Thank you. District model events take a lot of planning. There's everything from figuring out where the food is going to come from to how to get you guys in and out of the building and making arrangements with a host of people. And it is an enormous amount of work. It is a volunteer thing. And we would like to recognize somebody who did an amazing job of organizing all of this event and setting up everything and working with the school district. We have our Outstanding Volunteer of the Year award goes to Jan Erie from Team Tread. Come on up.
All right, congratulations, Jan. All right, so what do you guys think? Is this pretty cool or what? Are we ready? All right, before we get to our next steps, there's some people in the house we want to recognize they're wearing the blue polo shirts. They're sitting in the front row. They're fed. They have their coffee. They're ready to rock and roll. Let's introduce our judges. Please stand. They're putting in a lot of hours, guys, and we thank them for that. Again, our referees, real quick. And our safety guys. I want to thank these guys setting up this time. All right, so how many think this has been really cool with the venue and stuff we have put up here? The cameras, the sound, the music, things like that. Is this cool or what? Okay, the good news is we get to do this every year like this. The other side of the flip coin is it costs money. And it costs about $600,000 a year for Washington First to put on support 879 teams and 84 events. That's why there is no admission. That's why you don't have to bring your ASB card and show them your ASB card to get in the door free. All right? And so one of the things you'll want everybody to think about as we go through this, and this being a great program, is the teams that are here. The money you provide goes back to First, and it filters back to us for basic needs, as in the field setup, some of the volunteer money. But the field setup is what you see as the bright lights and pretty lights that are different of the game, okay? So that's where a lot of that money filters back to us. But the rest of us, we have to bring the money in ourselves. So I really want all the folks to think about this for a minute, because one of the things is that we have, at Pit Admin, they'll have a thing set up there. We have a PayPal account. That's just cool. I like PayPal. They have a credit card, and they take credit card. We take credit cards, too. We got the little blue thing, the little square things that sit on your phone. Then you can do that. So if you really want, if you think this is something you want to see continue on in the future, please think about that and you know, donate whatever you can. $10, $20, $100, $1,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000. You know, we're pretty open. We're not really not limited at all. So I don't think we have a max either. The other thing is that's really cool for those that are looking for that that write-off. This is a 501c3 program too, so you can actually get a kickback from that. So something to think about as we work through that. And the other thing I want to talk about too, since we're talking about money, I want to look at the students now. And you realize right now, as you sit there, because you're hemming and hawing about why I need to fill out this scholarship form, that there is either between $16 and $19 million in scholarship money for you students as you sit there in this audience today for the First Robotics Kids. I think that's awesome. Depending on what statistic you look at, there is millions of dollars left over because scholarship money has not been applied for. So if you think, oh, I can't get that scholarship, okay, prove me you can't get that scholarship. By the way, you have to fill out the form. All right? Kind of like the lottery ticket. You got to buy the ticket. The other thing is this is my quick pitch, and this is the only time I really take any time about this, is because this is so passionate to my heart, is that for the students right now, I want you to think about this right now, is that if you leave high school and skip college, you can go get a job for $10 an hour, $10 an hour, which equals out to about $15,000 a year take home, and it costs you about, if I'm being nice, I'll be nice, $1,500 a month to live, because it's $800 for rent. It's, you got to pay your electricity. You got to pay for your Microsoft Live. You got to pay for your internet. You've got to pay for your phone. You got to pay for your cell phone or your phone and your cable or your dish or your direct. But all of that adds up, students. And if you invest 4 years of your life, 4 years of your life, you can make it $15 an hour or $20 an hour, and depending on where you go, up to $30 to $40 an hour. by investing 4 years of your life. So think about that if you think that not going to college is important. So with that, I want you to hear what happened to students who did sign up for that scholarship application.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
I'm Pascal.
And I'm Sophia. And we're all FIRST scholarship recipients.
We are here at the UNH Emerging Technology Center in the historic Pandora Mill building. It's a resource for students, local businesses, and academics to experiment together on real-world projects.
I'm an alum of Whitney High School Robotics in Southern California. I'm using my FIRST scholarship to go to the University of California, Berkeley this year, and there's no reason you shouldn't try to do the same. One of my team mentors found out about the FIRST scholarships program for us. Our mentors teach us so much more than robotics. The skills I gained fundraising and grant writing for my robotics teams really helped me when it came time to work on those applications.
I was on Team 4266, New Oxford Robotics. One of my mentors also pointed me to the FIRST Scholarships website at usfirst.org/scholarships. I was surprised to find opportunities that were not just for engineering majors. My scholarship is making it possible for me to major in biology and political science at Wake Forest.
I'm from Team 1425, Error Code 0 in Oregon, and I'm at University of Washington thanks to a Bart Kamen Memorial FIRST Scholarship. I didn't think I had any business applying for a robotics-related scholarship. The competition would be so tough, but I'm really glad that I did. I know kids on my team who didn't apply for opportunities I'm sure they deserve to win. The most recent National Post-Secondary AIDS study estimated that almost $3 billion in scholarship money, you know, the kind you don't have to pay back, was awarded to over 1 million people in a single year.
Being a FIRSTer can make it a lot easier to qualify for some help. You have to check out the FIRST scholarship page at usfirst.org/scholarships. You'll find almost 900 scholarship opportunities from over 165 different providers. The total value is over $16 million. Most scholarships are available for FRC and FTC participants. Not all awards are restricted to STEM-related majors, but they all value FIRST participation in a specific way.
That's right, about 35% are for any major you choose. They're from schools in 35 states and 4 countries, and the values range from $500 to full tuition. Some of the awards offered by corporations and associations are even portable. You can use them at any institution you choose.
They're a bit like the FIRST rulebooks. The details count, so read through them carefully. The FIRST scholarship page has filters that can help you narrow your search. The most important thing to remember is
apply, apply, apply.
No one ever received a scholarship they didn't apply for. You can't start too soon. It's not hard, but it can be hard to get started.
How do you get started? The FIRST Scholarships webpage is a great resource. Go to usfirst.org/scholarships. There's everything you need to get you going.
Good luck, and we'll see you on campus.
All right. Okay, I just got word there's a student on Team 3663 who just got a $20,000 scholarship. I don't know who it is, but I just got word of that. That is so cool. So please don't let it go. And for those students who hear somebody, if somebody in your family or somebody you know says, oh, you can't afford to go to college, that is garbage. You can go to college. Every student in here can go to college, period. Don't let anybody tell you you can't afford to go to college, please. Lots of avenues out there, guys. And with that, I need everybody to stand up. Come on, everybody, stand up. All of you, stand up. You too. You're in the dark, but you got to stand up too. Okay, remove your hats. With that, I'd like to welcome the Auburn Mount View Junior ROTC Color Guard.
broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Way cool. Corinne Stone, thank you for that awesome job. All right. And before we kick off this, you've heard this voice announcing the game, calling the plays, introducing them. So let's introduce our game announcer, Mr. Eric Emery.
Good morning, Auburn. Teams, please place your robots. We're going to start today with a replay of qualification match number 28.